Thank you so much. Trains are a way of life here in the Panhandle. In fact, we see and hear the clickety-clack sounds of countless cars rolling down those steel rails up to 100 times a day on the high plains. When most people think of railroad companies, though, they think of the big boys like BNSF and Union Pacific. But there's a unique segment of the industry that carries a locomotive-sized impact on small cities and towns, Shortlines. I got an inside look at their impact. It's a sound we hear several times daily on the high plains. When most of us think of railroads, we think about the big boys like BNSF or Union Pacific. But when it comes to hauling the nation's freight, there's another vital cog in the rail industry, Shortlines.
There's over 600 short-line railroads in America today, which carry about 29% of the freight in America and operate over 47,000 miles of track.
Joey Evans is a former locomotive engineer with Norfolk Southern, a major railroad on the East Coast. He's now the Director of Business Support and Development for the Texas Northwestern Railway, a short line based in Sunray.
Short-line railroads are unique because we can handle a Fortune 500 company all the way down to the small farmer that's 50 miles away that may not have rail access. We also are able to work more closely with our local leaders, the economic development corporations to attract different opportunities.
In addition to switching and hauling freight, TXNW provides railcar repair, transloading, and has a storage facility with 150 miles of storage track that can store 11,000 rail cars, the largest of its kind in the U.S.
We employ over 30 individuals that live and work in this area and are proud to call this area home. We move about 80,000 rail cars a year in and out of our facilities with a wide range of commodities, everything from fuel down to grain. So, every aspect of our life is being handled by a freight car.
TXNW is in its 42nd year of business. It's what's referred to in the rail industry as a Class 3 railroad.
We service a ton of customers and we're home in 8 hours.
Amber Farley is the superintendent of operations for TXNW.
We might have a long day and it might be 9, but we're home every day. We do the switching, we probably do more switching than most your Class 1s unless you work in a yard.
Farley came to the short line world after 16 years at BNSF, which is a Class 1 railroad. Now you may be asking yourself, what's the difference between a Class 3 railroad and a Class 1?
The difference is really based on revenue. So a Class 1 railroad is a railroad that's operating over like $100 million of revenue a year. And then it kind of tears down into the different segments down to a Class 3 railroad, which is what we operate as.
Another difference, the distance train crews travel.
Class 1, they travel longer miles. Okay. So you go from, just for instance, you live in Amarillo, you get called on duty, you can go to Wellington, Clovis, Belen, or La Junta. You stay the night somewhere, you're away from home, and then the next day, sometime 36 hours later, you're going back home.
But the biggest difference for Farley,
this is more of a family environment where when you have, so many employees at BNSF, it's hard to stand out or even know everybody.
Keeping the community chugging along 1 mile at a time. Evans tells us TXNW follows the same safety practices as the major railroads, and it's been injury-free for 6 years. Coming up tomorrow, as we continue our Working on the Railroad series, we look at the engineers and conductors who operate these trains and keep the country rolling. For more information on railroad life in the Panhandle, you know where to go, myhighplains.com.